to another episode of Wine After Whines. This is Janay.
And this is Najah.
And welcome back to another episode.
Yes. We back in this thing.
Listen, just to let y'all know, I'm slightly delusional, but it's okay because we are here and we are here together forever.
Yes. Ooh, this girl says she delusional.
Not because, let me tell y'all something. Let me just give you a quick look into my life. When Janay, me, she, her is tired,
yeah,
I just be like, I don't know. I'm irritating to my friend Charity. She be like, go to bed because you giggling too much and you get on my nerves. And Najah will be like, okay, bye.
She's the giggler. But Soleil's, my daughter is the same exact way. She's the same exact way.
Maybe she should have been mine.
She is your daughter. Y'all are just alike.
I don't mind it at all. But yeah, so the reason why I feel like I'm tired is because I had a pretty eventful weekend. My grandmother just turned 47. When I say 47, that's a lie, but that's what she told me to tell people. But it's really the other way around. And we just celebrated with her. We went to a jazz spot. We went out by you, and we just had a good time. Something that really touched me this weekend, though, I will say, is my grandma is everything, number one. So if you still have your grandma in y'all's life, make sure you love on them. Yes. And number two, I gave her a card. My grandmother loves cards, right? And she keeps her cards all the time. I mean, forever. She probably has a box of cards somewhere. And she reads them and she digest every word from the card. It's not oh, you gave me a card, oh, some money is in it, move on. She really takes, so when we pick out a card for her, we have to really take our time and make sure the words match and it's appropriate. So I wrote in her card that a whole bunch of stuff, and I just said I wrote in there that we respect her and that we acknowledge her as being the matriarch of our family. Aww. And she just burst into tears.
No.
Yeah. It touched her so much. And she was like, I just feel like I fulfill my purpose. With you saying that. And I was like, Grandma.
Oh, she's such a sweet woman too.
Yeah, I'm like, look, I'm almost PMSing. Don't do this to me.
Don't do it. No, this ain't the time, Grandma. She is such a sweet woman. So sweet.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah. I was so glad to see her too.
That was special. And one other quick thing about my weekend. So for those of you who don't know, which you don't know, I'm doing a fast, right, from social media. So if you even see me online, that's why. And different foods and stuff like that. It's a spiritual fast that me and my husband are doing. So we go out to eat, and every last one of them heifers gonna order things I can't eat. Including cheese, stuff with cheese in it, mashed potatoes. My sister had some mashed potatoes with lobster, and it was a loaded mashed potato with all the fixings. And every time my grandma took a bite, she was like, these potatoes are so good. And then Callie was just tearing up her, she ordered potatoes too. Tearing it up. And I'm like,
if y'all don't know, that's one of Janay's weaknesses, potatoes. She loves potatoes and pasta. And for them to eat the potatoes in front of her, I know she was like,
it was a true test. And I passed. Oh my God, I wanted some shrimp pasta or something. So, oh my God. But yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you. You have done great this week.
It's only been 7 days.
It's coming up and you're doing good. I think you're doing great.
Yeah.
I know it's hard, but during them hard times, I know they already tell you, use that time to, when you start thinking about hunger, to pray or meditate, whichever.
Yeah.
So definitely do that. But
Yeah, I've been feeling good not being on social media though, to be honest, because I don't know what's going on in the world. I feel like I'm on a cruise or something where you can't have your phone.
You have
So
your phone.
you don't know really know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say I don't have as much interaction, I feel like. So when I see human people like you, I'm like, let's talk. So before I keep talking, we need to get into this topic because I'll just sit here and keep talking.
Oh, you already know that's how we are. So yes, let's get into this topic.
Oh my God. Okay.
Happy birthday, Grandma.
Happy birthday, Grandma. We love you. Okay, so today's topic of the day is
what is it?
You can't live on love alone. And I mean it just like I said it. You cannot live on love alone. And there has to be more than just that. And we're going to get into this. But first, before we get into this, I want to give y'all a definition of what love is. And I want to ask you, Najah, like, after I give the definition, I'll ask you. So from good old Oxford definitions on like Google, it says love as a noun is an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something. As a verb, it's feel deep affection for someone or like or enjoy very much as a verb. So I guess my question, based off the definition of love, is the love conditional or unconditional?
The way they just described it in Google, the verb version of it, it used the word like in its definition. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that because
like a strong like.
Yeah, because to me, I thought like and love are two different things. So, but is it conditional or unconditional? I mean, just like the definition, I think it could be both. I think it's unconditional, but how do you feel?
I don't know. I feel like love can be, I think love is conditional.
Think so?
Because you know how some people say like they grow out of love? How is that possible if love is unconditional? How you grow out of love?
Well, see, I don't think you can grow out of love, or maybe you can. I don't know. I've never experienced this. So
if your husband one day flipped his and just started like
shooting up the place and being crazy,
yeah, then I feel like the love is at some point is gonna diminish, right?
You know what? And when you put it in that form and fashion, I don't even want to say, I think I would say, yeah, you're right. Because I can say, yeah, I love this person. I loved this
based
person.
on how he presented himself
at the beginning and how we lived out until he flipped his and now I don't know if I would say I'm like, I don't have love for him anymore, but
when you think about ex, yeah, it's not the same. Like when you think about exes and people say, you know, I'll always have love for them, blah, 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 blah. But then it's like, I'm thinking a little bit deeper into it. I'm like, maybe it's not really love I have for them still. Maybe it's like, I still have like, they made an impact or something.
Exactly. That's the main reason why I just said what I said about the love and like I don't know. I don't know. I think I don't know how I feel about that being in the definition. But I could be wrong, and I could have been taught wrong this whole time. I don't know.
I think, I think we programmed to be like, love. When you love, you love.
Huh? You hit it on the head when you said that we're programmed.
Yeah, we're programmed to a lot of different things, but that's a whole
that's a whole different topic. But when you talk about love, I think we're programmed to look at it a certain way.
Yeah, I think we are. I mean, you would want somebody that you're in a relationship with for their love to be unconditional, no matter what. But if you jump stupid one day, then no, we might have to reevaluate. But so the reason why we're talking about this topic is because stemming from like our last show, we were talking about different phases of a relationship and then the honeymoon phase and all of that. So this is kind of like a warning for y'all. Because when you are so deep in love and infatuation with a person, you sometimes get a blind eye to red flags and things that you're supposed to be watching out for. Mm-hmm. And my first point is like, how far are you willing to go for love? Period. Like, are you going to change who you are to get it? Are you willing to make sacrifices for yourself just to conform to get love? Because I know it's a lot of single people out here, and y'all, I don't want to be in y'all. If you're single, you listen to this podcast. First, number one, know that if you are looking for love, your time is coming. You just got to put that out there in the universe or whatever, and it'll come to you. But secondly, I don't want to be y'all, because there's some crazy people out here.
Crazy people. And she's right. It is definitely some crazy people out here. And it's so hard to find exactly what you're looking for. I know some people have standards. I know some people are just looking for somebody who's sane. And who
it's like slim pickings. I feel like every single person that I know, they'll be like, hey, so you got somebody for me, or you know somebody? And I'm like, nah, not really.
It's very slim pickings out here. This dating world is crazy, but it's also the standards that people have set. You're dating in a world where social media is very prevalent, and where you have so many influences, whether it's TV, being out in the street, or looking on your social platforms. There's so many different influences. So it's not as simple to date when it's not that simple to date. Yeah. It's really, because there's so many standards, there's so much to it. It's a lot to it.
And even when you do get in a situation and then it doesn't look or feel exactly like you thought it was going to be.
Exactly.
And then it's like, now you're comparing yours to theirs because theirs looks better than yours.
So you think it looks better.
So you think, and like Instagram and all that stuff is just like a 5-second reel. It's just, okay, somebody called it your highlights, your life highlights. So it's not even like, it's not you. So y'all see 10 seconds, 30 seconds of my whole entire day. And then you think that like, now Janay's life is just great. Like,
someone also put it this way. Someone said, this is your filtered life. Because of course, everybody knows they use it as an analogy, as a metaphor, I'm sorry, for like, your Snapchat filters, your TikTok filters. And like that girl or that guy might not look exactly like what's showing up on there.
And now these people out here mask fishing, where they have on these masks and you think they look real good from just their eyes.
They just got that.
Then they turn that down and you be like,
pull it back up.
I wasn't expecting that, sir. Their nose not the same size you thought it was gonna be. Their mouth don't look like you thought it was gonna look. It just messed up the whole situation.
Yep, the entire situation. I didn't think of that. Yeah, people are mask fishing.
Yeah, be careful out here in these streets. If you're trying to look for somebody, you gotta put that down. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. I just want to see. But yeah, so my point is, don't go out here and just try to like, okay, so I know that he likes girls like this, so I'm gonna act like this type of girl because I yearn so much for love that I'm gonna change myself so I can get it. Or just be you, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna be able to keep up the facade anyway. Like, you might can pretend to be somebody else or the perfected version of yourself for about, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, for about 3-4 months maybe. That's about it. After that, then what?
You gotta be real. You have no choice but to be real. So that actually just draws us back to pretty much, how far are you willing to go for love? Are you willing to change your body, change your life, change this, change. So yeah, that was a really good one. I like that point. But the next point, that we're going to jump into is we're actually going to jump back into our show from last week. We're just going to tell you, don't make a mistake. The honeymoon phase of the relationship is not like, that's not what to look forward to 100% of the time with the relationship. That is the, what do they call that? The icing on the cake. Like that is it'll go away. It'll go away. Not saying that it's bad when it goes away, but don't base your relationship off of just that one little portion of your life. Please.
Yeah, so you're in the honeymoon stage, and then she is saying all the right things. She's doing all the right things, and at all the right times, at the right frequencies, the correct durations, and all of that, if you catch my drift. And he's opening doors, kissing your babies and loving on your mama, she making him a casserole and, all kind of stuff. I'm hungry. So, yeah, a casserole sounds so good. So yeah, like, you're doing all these things, and then one day, poof, it's gone but you can't build your whole foundation on your honeymoon phase. You gotta wait till things settle down. Are they crazy as hell? When they mad, when they angry? Are they finna lock you up in the closet? Is she finna key your car? Is she finna bust out all your tires and the windows at your car? Like, you need to know. You have to know these things. So, like, I know we talked about this before, but you really just look. Y'all really gotta be careful out here, because y'all will be on this high 1 minute, and that's why people, I feel like, jump from one relationship to the next, because once you get off the high of the honeymoon phase, then it's like, okay, it don't feel new no more. It don't feel fresh no more. Now let me do something else. You know what I mean?
And people get bored so easily in relationships so
part.
fast. You know what, Janay? As we spoke about that before, a while ago, we spoke about people getting bored and what have you. Do you think that means that that just wasn't for them? Like, say somebody's with somebody for 3 months, those first 2 months are like pure bliss. Like, it's fine. He's doing this for her. She's doing that for him. The sex is great. I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But then that third month coming, he or she, not sure which one it'll be, getting bored, but they're just like, all right, I'm done.
To be honest, I feel like anybody that get bored that fast in relationships with an S over and over and over, they need to look at themselves internally, because it's something going on. It's something not right with you. I don't even think it's the person. I think it's you. And I think you need to figure out why you so sketchy. Like, you probably got some past trauma, some daddy issues, some mommy issues, or something, because you shouldn't. Because it's almost like you're self-sabotaging a little bit. It's like, right. Yeah, you get yourself up to a point, and it's like, okay, now I'm scared to continue to go past that, and so I'm just gonna back up.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
I agree,
because love is not easy.
It's not. And that's one thing I really wish people would understand, is like, relationships come, they're gonna come, they're gonna go, but it's all about the effort you put into it, because it is not easy. It's not going to be like it's not a walk in the park. No. I mean, if anything reality TV does show you is that a lot of this stuff is hard. People go through stuff. They go through stuff. So, I mean, I always pray for people who do get married that it don't end in a divorce. Let's try to go through some type of therapy. Let's try to do something. But yeah, it's hard. You just gotta, and it'll get easier. I think it will. I mean, for me,
I think you learn how to pick your battles, and you learn how to balance your partner better. Like, just things, just petty stuff don't matter no more. It's like when you talk to some of your friends. Well, when I used to have friends. I don't know who the friends are, but you know, when you talk to people and they tell you about their relationship problems, and you be like, girl, that's stupid. Like,
yeah,
you got bigger fish to fry. Like,
fish to fry.
I mean, and then like, you know how on the outside looking in, if you see somebody's problem and you're like, girl, if you just do this and he just do this,
y'all will work.
Then it will be fine. And it's always so easier. It's easier said than done on the outside looking in. But if I can see how y'all can work through something from the outside, then you should be able to work through it from the inside. It really just takes you letting go of being selfish, to be honest.
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can't think that the honeymoon phase is just gonna last all your entire relationship, because that's a lie. And I don't know who told you that. Sometimes you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, why did I get married?
Why?
Yeah, why did I get married? Why am I here? Why are you here? Why are we a thing? And I don't want this, because a friend did tell me that one day. She did say, you're gonna wake up and one day you're gonna be like, did I make the right decision? I said, girl, I'm never gonna say that. Do you see who I'm married to? Like, he's everything. One day when it did happen, when I woke up and I was like, did I make the right? I thought of her and I was like, yeah, you was right. You was right. Because you hit a wall sometimes, and that's okay. It's just how you respond after you hit the wall is what really matters.
Right. She's right. She's 100% right.
So listen, I heard this quote on the social media page of this person. It probably was like Justin LeBoy. And he said, he said, men do change. You're just not the woman he wants to change for. What you think about that?
I actually spoke with my husband about this kind of, and he said he feels like he did do some changing in our relationship. But see, me personally, I don't feel that he did any changing. I feel like he matured. I feel like we grew together. I don't really feel like he changed, because he's still him. Like, you know what I'm saying? When he goes home to his friends, he still like to kick it with his friends. He still go with his family, has his, do his thing, but he's matured. So of course the things that he did in his past or things like that, it's not that he took them away because of me. Although he says he has.
For example, like, has he like specifically told you what he thought he changed for you?
No, he didn't. I think, like I said, and that's why it serves my purpose. He didn't tell me anything in particular. I think it serves my purpose. My point was, I don't think you changed. I think you just matured. Like, you're still the same man I fell in love with, but you're just mature. Like, I don't think I took you and was like, you know what? I don't want you to live in Thomasville no more. I want you to be up here in Atlanta with me. And I don't think I did. I think he outgrew Thomasville. Not like Thomasville's a bad place. I feel like he wanted to make a change. He wanted something different.
Now, there's a difference when I'm hearing you talking like, yeah, he grew and mature, but also when a man finds like a good woman.
And that's what he's telling me.
The songwriter Beyonce said, let me upgrade you. And I think it's really like when you find somebody that you connect with, and that's supposed to kind of happen.
Yeah.
You just want to live different. You want to be different. You want to do better. You want to live better. And I think that type of change is good. But when it comes to this quote, like, as far as men do change, you're just not the one he wants to change for. Okay, personal story. I feel like it was this guy I was dating, and we were all right. Like, we were fine, but then I feel like there was always someone else. Like when I say someone else, it was always somebody like, how can I put this without being like, so he.
Go ahead. Let me hear it.
So I feel like for me, he didn't want to commit all the way with me because he knew that I wasn't his person, quote unquote.
Okay.
But later on down the line, the person that I feel like he was going back and forth with between me and her, he settled down with her. And he was willing to make changes for her as far as like commitment and because he ultimately wanted to be with her. But for me, I can't put words in his mouth, but I felt like I was just, yeah, Janay's a great girl. She's a good girl. She, whatever. But I just can't, I don't want to be with her like long term. So I felt like he changed for her, but he wouldn't change for me because he went back there with me. You know what I mean?
Okay. I get what you're saying. I can get what you're saying when you put it in that way. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm out here like, am I a sideline hoe? Like Monica said in the song? Because first of all, I love that Monica song. Number one, go listen to it if y'all have not had that song in your life. And I would never. But it is. It is.
I'm so done with you. I'm sipping on my tea here. I had to interrupt because I know I keep like grabbing my cup if you're watching, and I'm sipping on my tea. It's cold.
Oh, girl, I have tea too. Tea time for Wine After Whines. So should you really change a person, or should you love them for who they are and mature? Okay, so we talked about that pretty much. Yeah, you should look. And I think I said this before. If you get a man, girl, and he's 6'3", and he got everything you like, you know what I'm saying? Down under and more. And he can cook and he can clean and he speak all your love languages, every single last one of them. Because women, we got multiple love languages. I don't care what nobody say. But he speak all your languages, sis. And one day you find out that some of that stuff weren't real in the first place. But and you try to get him to change. Like, okay, but if he only had 5 less kids, then I would be able to continue with him. You can't change that. You can't change the fact that he got 5 kids. So you just gonna have to either stick beside him, or you just, because he got everything else you want, but he got 5 kids. So you gonna have to, you just gonna, you know what I'm saying? What's the sacrifice you gonna make for that? You know what I'm saying?
And I get 100% what you're saying. It has to be something. You got to make some sacrifice. You got to.
My mama always said, you can't have everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't.
Not every single last name.
But see, that's the problem with a lot of women. And I know people personally who's like that. Like, they want literally no kids, 5'9", 6 feet, bald head, brown skin, got a bag, got a good job, a nice car. I'm like, dude, what the like all of that? And I literally, Janay, hands down, I know somebody like that. And you want to know how old she is? She is 40. No, at the time she was like 42. She's probably like a good 45 now. Still single.
So people that's still single for a very, very long time, that's chasing a bag. Do you feel like something wrong with them? Like it's them?
I personally do. I know there might be some exceptions out there. Yeah. Everybody's the same. But for the most part, yes, there is something wrong with them, or there's something wrong with their standards, and they will not let anybody in unless they have all those standards met. It's 9 out of 10, that means there's something wrong with them.
See, I married off the strength of love, and I didn't marry for nothing else. And we was in our early 20s when we got married. And sometimes I just be like, who marries for love anymore? Because you know what I'm saying? These folks out here, they don't like their person that they with, but they like their house that they in. They like the cars that they drive. They like the trips that they take.
Yep.
But what happens when that get old? What happens when the trips get old?
Or does it get old to people?
I think it has to, girl. You only seen Dubai like 5 times. How many times you gotta see it?
Me too. I feel like it'll get old. Well, then what you gonna do? Jump to the next rich man or the next rich woman? Is that how it's supposed to
what they say? The songwriter Coi Leray says at the top it gets lonely. It gets lonely at the top. And I feel like at some point, yeah, you've done like when your money has like when you just have done every single last thing on planet Earth that you have wanted to do, then what?
Right.
If you don't have the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with,
that's true.
Then what? I would rather be with the love of my life broke than with some buddy I can't even stand with all the money. Now I feel like I'm
breastfeed.
Yeah, like to me, like money and love, like I feel like it's like almost like handcuffs. Like I feel like now I feel like it's trapped. Like you might be trapped. Like feel like you're trapped. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. That's because at the end of the day, that's what they are. But I don't have any sympathy for it because you trapped yourself. You trapped yourself into that. You chose to go with somebody for the love of money or for the materialistic things, but you didn't look past that to see if you love that person or if you even could stand that person. Nevertheless, like you, I mean, not just love. Can you even stand looking at this person? Can you stand waking up to this person every day?
How do you look at somebody every day that you know you don't like and then just be like, all right, let me get that card though? Like, do bags make people really like, look, first of all, I don't like to drive, so don't buy me a car. I don't care. I mean, we can get you buy me a car, that's fine. Whatever. But
I'm not the same.
Buy her car. But like bags and stuff like that, like I don't care.
I definitely don't care about that. I
don't care. Like that ain't okay. See, what I'm trying to say is all that stuff is not enough to keep me.
Nope, not me either. Not even
you can't keep me off of the material things because I'm still not gonna like you at the end of the day. Like I can't be. I don't know how I feel comfortable sitting in my $2 million home. Let me think though.
I can tell you right now, I'm not, like you said, if I'm not comfortable, if anybody knows me knows I do love cars. And I mean, it is a nice thing. And I do love a nice home. But like she said, I am not about to be sitting in no $2 million home. And can I stand the person I'm sitting next to? Yeah, I can go stay in the other room.
Yeah, it's plenty of rooms. You probably got a whole nother house, a guest house. That's what I want. If anybody
I'm too love, like I love to be next to my husband. I love being in the same room with him. If I couldn't stand him,
the older you get, the less you sleep in the same room.
It ain't happening.
All right, we're gonna check back in when you turn about 65, and I'll see if you still sleeping in the same bed with your husband. Now, I plan to, as long as he don't like put his feet on me and stuff like that. I don't like that.
I like to put my feet on him, but he don't do it anyway. I don't think he will. He's the.
Your husband wears socks in the bed.
At one point he did, but no, not anymore. No.
I think Drew might have some psychological issues we need to work through then. My boy wears socks.
To my friend, I'll bring me and my friend gonna have a talk. She said it's some psychological issues.
Something's going on, bro. He loved them, so I can't breathe with socks on. And I said it the way I meant it.
You probably can't.
I suffocate when they on me.
You don't like clothes, period, though.
I don't. None. No article of clothing. This is why I'm working so hard to get my body right for those. Because I really just don't want to be clothed. I rather.
Look at Janay.
I literally had a dream one time that okay, I already started it now, so I need to say it. So I had a dream one time. It was a long time ago. I was a child. Well, no, I wasn't no child. It was a minute ago though. But I was just running down the road outside, unclothed, naked, completely. And I was just running. And I don't know where I was going. And I was in Alabama. And then every time I tried to put on my clothes again, they would just come right back off. Every time, like in a dream, I would put them on and they every time. Hilarious. And I said, I don't know, but I'm just, ever since then, maybe just that's what it was. Like, Janay, you don't need clothes. You trying to be like Adam and Eve. They didn't know they was naked. I didn't know either. I'm just gonna walk outside and say, officer, I didn't know.
I'm so done. I'm so done with this girl, y'all.
I thought it was okay because I was,
it's free.
It was free. I want to go to a nude beach. And this ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about, but I want to go or a nudist community or something just to see how's it hanging, what everybody's doing. And
how's it hanging?
Yeah.
You said it. I just repeated it. That's all.
I said it because that's what I meant.
Moving right along.
Bring us on back. Bring us back in, Najah.
Okay. Should you really try to change a person, or should you love them for who they are and mature and grow with them? What you think, sis?
Yes, to all of those, Najah. We already addressed that point. So listen, because Najah is hyped up on something that she got in that tea. Is it cannabis in your tea?
I need it. No, but no, you're right. We did go through that point, but
done. So listen, if a person has too many characteristics that you don't like, maybe it's a sign for you to back out.
Back. I'm gonna tell you this post that I seen. It says, stop trying to love the red flags out of people. With that being said, this is where I think this is where I took like that first statement. Men do change. You're just not the woman he want to change for. So I mean, like I took that statement more as like you're trying to change a person. Like if they have those red flags, quit trying to change them. Let the red flags be red and let them wave and push them on out the way. That's how I took it. I think I was taking it like, stop trying to love the red flags out of a person. Because when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like, don't try to change a person.
Yeah. I like that because I agree, because I'm thinking like what may be red flags to you may be green damn flags for somebody else.
Not go.
I don't know, like things that I don't like, you may like. Like Ladarian might do things that you just be like, oh, yes. And then I'll be like, oh, no. You know what I'm saying? Red means no, green means yes.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I guess maybe the red flags is like, you know what I'm saying? If he just popping up with a bunch of money and you just don't know where they coming from.
Now, there ain't no red flag. You ain't got to tell me where your money coming from. If the money's coming in, be quiet now. If the money is coming in, look, don't tell me nothing. I just know, number one, I'm finna pay these bills and I'm about to splurge. Now, don't say nothing to me, because if we married, I can't testify against you anyway. Don't tell me your lie.
Don't listen.
Listen to me. Bring the money in. If the money is coming and I don't know where it's coming, I'm just gonna say I thought you was doing 2 other jobs. You was working Amazon Flex and Uber Eats and DoorDash and
not bringing in that kind of money I'm thinking of. Uber Eats ain't got nothing on that kind of money.
Look, I'm delusional. So I'm gonna be like, officer, court of the law, judge. I just thought that they got a bonus several times over. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Get a bonus every month.
Yeah.
Listen.
I don't know nothing. Nothing. Husband, if you're listening,
red flag.
Flag on the play. If you happen to bring in some extra money, your wife is down for you.
Don't let Janay, of all the people on this conversation, fool you. I'm more like that than she is. She's like, hold up, See, look, my agenda. Hold on. This is I don't see my budget. That is her. She's straight up lying to y'all. Like,
according to my calculations,
that is her. She's playing, but that is her. She has a whole Excel sheet. There's no way that you can come in the house with a bundle of extra money and she'd be okay with it.
I'd be like, hey, how we able to pay the mortgage completely off?
Don't let this is the most organized woman you'll ever meet in your life. Don't let her fool you. Talking about, I don't care. She might be like, okay, but she gonna calculate something.
I'm gonna say, oh, so this is the new norm. Okay, so expect $100,000. Expect that weekly. Okay, all right. I'll just calculate that in. I'm not going to ask you where you got it from. That's fine.
Oh my gosh, y'all. She is so silly. I can't deal with her. Can y'all tell we ain't talked really?
Yeah, listen. Thank y'all for listening. I hope y'all come back and listen to us again.
You have to.
Yeah, because listen, I want to know what y'all want to talk about next time. We probably got some interviews and stuff coming up for y'all. Really soon. So make sure you stay tuned in for that.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Look, y'all, we just like to have fun. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all know us by now, y'all know we love to have fun. As you can see, we love to have fun. We love to laugh. We love to giggle. We love to joke. So definitely come back. We do take our relationship serious. I know at the end of this, it don't seem like we do.
Oh. For those of you who are new here, I love my husband. And,
I love my husband and my kids.
And all of them kids. I love them kids. I love the husband. Everything that come with him, good, bad, happy, or sad. I'm gonna stick beside him. And y'all stick beside us. And make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms because we're everywhere. Yay. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and put on your post notification bell so you know every time that we post. And we'll see you guys next Monday.
Peace.
Have a great week.